In this video, we will discuss how and why inviting students' cultural architects into your classroom can help enhance students' understanding that knowledge can come from several different sources, including their family. The term cultural architects can be parents, grandparents, family friends, or anyone your student feels comfortable inviting into the classroom. I usually send an email to parents and a note home with students to invite them to our classroom to talk about cultural history months or special topics in science and social studies, to teach songs, art, or even read books from their family's culture that they would love to bring to the classroom. When I did this project in my elementary school classroom, I focused on Hispanic Heritage Month. This taught my students that Hispanic necessarily didn't mean Mexican, but rather encompassed a broad range of cultures and countries around the world. First, I had a parent come in from Mexico who talked about how even though Mexican food is a staple in their community, the preparation that goes behind making the food that involves all family members is a really great bonding experience. I also had another parent come in from Costa Rica to talk to us about how in Costa Rica, volcanoes were part of their everyday lives and how they had to deal with them. And he actually came back and taught a science lesson on volcanoes. He also taught us about how in Halloween in Costa Rica, everyone made their own costumes, so no one had the same costume. And we are able to actually create costumes out of three very simple materials, flour, glue, and newspaper for our students to wear at Halloween. The last example, a parent came in from Spain and talked about how her childhood Spanish clothing was very different when she moved to the United States, but she still held on to that clothing and brought it in for us to see because it was such a special part of her culture and her memories growing up as a child. Another great idea to get students to think about their culture and heritage is to get them to create questions to ask their cultural architects. For example, I really wanted to know, why do my parents encourage me to speak Spanish at school, but my grandparents did not? And so I asked my dad, who's one of my cultural architects, to answer this question for me. Following is a short clip of his answer.
Was when they were growing up in El Paso, you could not speak Spanish at school. My mother, she, bless her heart, she would speak Spanish to some of the kids that really didn't know too much English. And she did get in trouble one time. She got suspended, because she spoke Spanish on the playground. One of the teachers caught her, And I think that had left a stigma on her, so they didn't really.
So they didn't want their children to go through those same experiences?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. And I thought it was localized just to our family, but I meet older people now, and I ask them about that. Yeah, it was pretty much in the schools back then. So I could see that the stigmatism behind it, that they didn't bother to teach us.
When our students feel represented in the classroom by inviting cultural architects from their family or group into our classroom, it's another way for them to see that learning doesn't necessarily have to come from a textbook, but can come from learned experiences, and learning can come from other funds of knowledge. Thanks for watching. Bye.